For DeMarco and Jarvis, just how much did your football experience, because it's almost like the run you went on this past year in football is almost similar to what y'all done in basketball in terms of the similar teams you played. How much did that experience help y'all in basketball?
It just really it helps us a lot. It's like our strengths, and we just that football can compete. You can just compete, and we just bring that same energy to basketball, and we just try to do the same there.
It's just a mentality. We've had that for 4 years. The mentality to compete and win has been in us for 4 years. So we just go out there and compete that far.
And for Miles and PJ, just going into the year, I talked to Coach Ryan about trying to be just the second team in 96 years to win 4 straight titles. Just for yourselves, what would that mean? And when you look back when you were freshmen, did you ever think that you would get to this point?
To win 4 straight, it would be a great accomplishment. It would be an honor. But, we got to keep pressing on and try to play to get this win. But when I was a freshman, I knew we were going to be good. And I was expecting to have some wins and have some good times with the fellas. But, this is like a dream come true.
As a freshman playing JV, I knew that as I came up, I knew that I'd have a chance to do something special with Miles and some of the guys coming up in the program as well. But really winning 4 straight is something special. We're still just focused on the next practice today and tomorrow and trying to get better every day. We know that Friday is a couple days away. We're not ready. We have to put in a game plan, and when the time comes, we will be ready.
For the two coaches, I guess, who wins the coin flip in terms of getting any game plan strategy from Coach Lee?
Coach Lee?
Yes.
That'd be me. Coach Lee at River Bluff, yeah. So, I'm sure I'll call Coach Lee and go over. All coaches, people don't realize, it's fraternity, so we all talk to each other. And Coach Ryan and I are good friends, and I talked to him before, and we talked to each other on Saturday before our games. And we'll continue to talk, maybe not as much this week, but we'll continue to talk.
Could both coaches talk about the journey to get here today, challenges, overcoming injuries, what have you? Just to be sitting here today, what were your challenges, starting with Coach Jones?
Well, the challenge at Dutch Fork is, we knew we had a really good football team, and we actually started out with 7 football players, and there's other good people in our school that didn't play. So it's find out who's playing. We were 7 or 8-1 before football came out, and we're doing really well. And then all of a sudden you get these influx of football players who are good players, and then you've got to stop, figure it out. Who's going? We got to put guys on JV. So it's people don't realize the process, and you're hurting people's feelings, and people that were starting aren't starting, and then these football players maybe aren't quite ready, because they just hadn't been playing. So it took us a while to integrate and integrate the football guys with the non-football guys, and also we got a young team we got some young players with some older players, and getting them to play as one. So it was a process, and we're excited. We pushed the right buttons and got everybody on the same page.
I think the biggest challenge for us was coming here just handling the high expectations, handling the target on your back. We knew the expectation for these guys internally, for our team, with a lot of talented players, is to make sure that we keep the team concept first. We preach not being selfish but selfless. Those kind of things in this journey we had to make sure that we maintained, and it didn't matter who got the credit. It is a program, and that our expectations for our program are to play at the highest level. And that's where I'm so proud as a coach to just these two guys epitomize what it means to be the consummate team player. They love each other, they pull for each other. And I think that's what special teams do, special things when you have that kind of commitment to each other. And that was a challenge coming into the year, and boy, they've answered the bell in each and every way. These two and the guys who are back home. It is a team that is really special.
Coach, to be sitting here for the 4th year in a row, are there any freshmen from that first team still with you? Or how many do you have?
This is Miles' 5th year on varsity, so
5th year.
He will have played in 4 straight state championships. His freshman year, in a tie game, he made the game-winning assist on a play that we called out of the timeout. That just tells you how much I already knew that this kid, the bright lights was nothing for this kid to be able to handle. And Miles, from his freshman year, makes the game-winning play in the state championship against Blythewood. And since then, just every year has grown in his leadership and just how important he is to our program.
Folks,
How different is this team? It's the fifth team you've been on, playing for 4 state titles. What's the difference in, say, this group?
Well, in my point of view, I feel like I had to grow into a bigger role being a leader. So, got some younger guys on this team, but I feel like this team has the closest bond with each other than any of the other teams. I had close bonds with the other teams, but I think this team gels with each other as well as any team I play with.
Coach, going back to that Blackwood game, I remember you telling me that play was something you got from Coach Jones, so to speak, the idea for that game-winning play. Just when you have two coaches that know each other well, are there any secrets within each other?
Probably not, to be honest with you. In this case, Coach Jones, his first year out of college, coached me for a year, and then when I got out of college, he hired me, White Knoll, the first year there. And I can remember, believe it or not, the backdoor play. Brett and I were sitting in the stands at Lexington High School. Actually, Dreher High School ran the play, and we sat there in the stands, and both of us, well, I like that, and I'm telling you, they've got to play in their playbook too. So if either one of us get hit on the backdoor play, then one of us made a mistake.
How does that play work, Coach?
I can't tell you that.
We won't be running it Friday night. We got it against Conway.
Well, Coach, also both of you, needless to say, have to ask just what does it mean to be part of this successful coaching tree, of course, led by Bailey Harris?
Well, I can just tell you, Coach Harris is proud. And I can tell you, I spoke with him last night, and, it's not just Brett and I. You mentioned Ben Lee at River Bluff, and Devin Leifridge at White Knoll, and Will Clark at Palmetto High School. I mean, his coaching tree is big, but there's no doubt that he's proud coach come Friday night. Now, I picked with him last night. He'll be a Dutch Fork Silver Fox fan. I told him that's okay.
Yeah, same thing. He came to our game Friday night or Saturday night, and he was so proud. He was really highly emotional. Coach Cockcroft and I hugged him after the game. He was highly emotional just to be a fan in the stands and seeing how far the coaching tree and my first year playing at Lexington was Bailey's first year. So and then I coached with him for 6 years. So it's really neat to see, and I think he's like Coach Ryan said, he's like a proud father right now, seeing his boys go out there and do well.
Well, I had one thing from a family standpoint. You don't realize that Zach Ridge here played at Lexington. He's my top assistant and done an incredible job. I think he's been with us 9 years. And then you got Jason Kochcroft, who was in my wedding, and we graduated together. Brett's top assistant and a great basketball mind. So this transcends just two coaches. These are a group of friends that's grown up coaching that now are on opposite sides of the spectrum, but love each other and care for each other, and that makes that extra special this week.
Could each player talk about your position and your role in this game and what strengths you bring to your team? Mr. Johnson.
So I'm the center for the team. My job really is just play defense, keep moving my feet, rebound, because I have a special gift to jump. So I need to rebound, help the team with rebounds, get some points inside, best I can. Just bring the energy, be a great teammate, be a leader. The young guys, they look up to me, so I know I need to do what I gotta do so they can succeed and have fun. Do the thing I do.
Yeah, and I'm the wing player, and my strength is defense. And I try to guard the best player on every team, and I'm a leader, so I like to get our younger players just to play as hard as the seniors, because we've been through it all. We've been through football. We know how to play, we know how to fight, and we just don't quit. We don't give up.
I know that being a leader on the team and being more the defensive, just download, being a defensive presence, and then on offense, just download the post, pick and pop, just having a bigger role on the team this year than I've had in the past, and on offense and defense, and then really just being a leader.
PJ, would you describe yourself as inside and outside? You can play sometimes down, out, and shoot that 10 or 12 shot?
I play whatever he tells me to.
Coach, what do you think?
No, PJ's versatile. I mean, he can
That's
play
important,
inside or
isn't it?
outside. Yeah, absolutely. He in college he will stretch the defense. He's got a chance to be an unbelievable college player.
I'm just a senior guard on the team. And I just try to play my role and do what's best for the team and what's needed. That's on the offensive side or defensive side.
For Miles and PJ, looking at an opportunity to win 4 rings, not too many players can say they've won 4 rings in 4 years. The only other guy I could think of is maybe Alshon Jeffrey at Calhoun County. Just when you look at your legacy and have an opportunity to do that, what does that mean to you?
Well, just the thought of it is just special just to think about. But the thought is just not it. Just gotta do it.
Yeah, really just try not to get too caught up in the moment. Just practice every day and just get ready for Friday. I mean, we know that we have something special that can happen, but we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
And I guess for both coaches, what did y'all learn from your last loss that has helped y'all now?
Well, I learned that if we don't shoot the ball well, we can get beat. And we shot the ball very poorly against Oak Hill. And we just take it one game at a time. We've been pressed on not looking at the big picture, taking every possession, every play, break it down. When you break it down to that, it really helps you take each game as one at a time and not get ahead of yourself. By each offensive possession, each defensive possession, that first quarter possession means the same thing as that fourth quarter possession.
What was the question?
But what did y'all learn from your last loss that's helped y'all now?
Well, the big thing with us was, again, bringing the group together and what were people's roles. And it was tough because, again, you go 8-1, then football comes out, and they're a little mentally fatigued, and they're not in the same as they were in the summer. So as coaching staff, we're trying to figure that out. As players, they're trying to figure that out. It's like Jarvis. Jarvis struggled, but right now he's playing his best basketball, and he's a really good player. But I mean, if you take 5 months and don't touch a basketball, you're gonna, it's gonna take some time to come back. So it just took us time. Another thing is we're a collective unit. We don't have anybody averaging over 10 a game. So I don't know if Coach Ryan's a really good coach, but it's hard to scout who you're gonna try to shut down because we could have. Jarvis Green all of a sudden hits 25. Jarvis McCartney gets 18. DeMarco gets 22. It changes from game to game. So I guess our biggest thing was figuring out our roles as coaches. What are their roles, and then as players figuring out their roles.
Dutch Fork players, real quick. Football's a mental sport. August, it's hot. It's outside. Basketball's inside. What did the football experience help you with the basketball experience?
The mentality to win definitely is what brought me from the football field to the basketball court. We always practice hard, just kept wanting to win, compete. So come to the basketball field, that's already in me. To the basketball court, and it's already in me. So we just bring the same thing. We're doing it for 4 years.
Yeah, but I'll say the toughness. Like football, you just gotta be tough. The heat and like taking all that and bringing it on the court. It's just like really just conditioning basically. Like we need conditioning. In basketball, you're just constantly running, and we just gotta adjust to that. And we did. It just took us a while to do it.
Coach Ryan, PJ's been in foul trouble the last 2 games and had to sit out some minutes, especially early. So talk about the players who have come in and made up for his absence.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I mean, that's one thing. We've got a pretty deep team. Justin Amati's been very good for us. But then 2 underclassmen, like Junior Earl Burgess came in. I thought played one of his best games of the year in Greenville Saturday night. Jack Renwick is a senior that's going to play baseball at Wofford, but his motor is just unbelievable. So when you have guys that give that kind of effort and understand their roles and have perfected their roles, when you don't have PJ out there for a long extended period of time, it's nice to know we've got guys that can come in and pick up the slack, and especially Saturday night that happened.
All right.